So in this video, we're going to be going over how to solve basic equations. And this is like pretty easy stuff. I'm going to be going pretty slow, so feel free to skip around or, put it on 2x speed or something. But basically, an equation works like one of these scales here. And these scales here, you have to have the same amount or the same weight on each side in order for it to be in perfect balance. And that's kind of how an equal sign works. So if you have 5 on this side and 5 on this side, it's balanced. If we were to add 5 to this side, we'd have to add 5 to the other side, or else what would happen would be, on this side we'd have 10, and this side would weigh it down, this side would go up. So an equation works in a similar way, where in order to keep the balance, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side, and that applies for everything. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's go on to some examples. So here are some one-step equations. All you want to do is you just want to make sure you do the opposite of what's going on to the variable. So right here we have x plus 15 equals 23. So our goal is to get x all on its own and get everything else over to the other side. So in order to do that, we're just going to do the opposite. So they're adding 15. We can subtract 15 from both sides. And what that'll do is that'll give us x plus 15 minus 15. The two 15s will cancel out, and we'll just have x all on its own. And then 23 minus 15, that's just 8. So we solved the first equation. Right here we have x minus 12 equals 7. So to get rid of the minus 12, we do the opposite. We add 12. Plus 12 plus 12. And that gives us that x is equal to 19. 7 plus 12 is 19. So this next example, we have 5 times x equals 25. So in order to get rid of that 5 and get x on its own, we do the opposite. We divide by 5. And when we divide both sides by 5, we get that x is equal to 5. On this side here, we have x divided by 4 equals 4. So in order to get x all on its own, we do the opposite of division. We multiply by 4 on both sides. That gives us that x is equal to 16. Let's move on to some multi-step equations. So here what we want to do is we want to get rid of stuff that's adding and subtracting first and get it out of the way, and then move on to the steps here where we have to divide or multiply. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off by getting rid of 15 on both sides. So we only have 2x on one side. And what that'll give us is that 2x is equal to 21 minus 15, that's 6. And now we just have 2x equals 6. And to solve that, all we do is we just divide both sides by 2. That leaves us with x is equal to 3. So that's our solution for question number 1. For question number 2, we're going to add 3 to both sides. That's how we're going to start it off, is so that we can get the 3 away and just leave x divided by 3 all on its own. So that'll give us x over 3 is equal to 10. And then to get rid of the divided by 3 part, we'll just multiply both sides by 3. We'll get that x is equal to 30. So now question number 3 is a little trickier. We have to use the distributive property to rewrite the equation, and then we can solve it. So all the distributive property is saying is that we're multiplying 2, but we first have to add x and 3. But we can't do that because we don't know what x is. So what we can do is we can multiply x by 2, and we can also multiply the 3 by 2. And that'll give us 2x plus 6 is equal to 10. Now we solve it like any other equation. Subtract 6 from both sides, gives us that 2x is equal to 4. Divide both sides by 2, we get that x is equal to 2. Now moving on to the last question. Before we can do anything that's relating to the x, we have to free the x minus 4, because all of it is being divided by 5. So in order to do that, we have to start off by multiplying both sides by 5 in order to get rid of this divided by 5 on the bottom here. That'll give us x minus 4 is equal to 10. And then we just add 4 to both sides. And we'll get that x is equal to 14. So that's the basics of solving equations. Thank you guys for watching. If you're looking for practice problems, there should be some linked in the description below. If you like the video, please leave a like. It's much appreciated. Really helps get the content out there for other people to see. And yeah, have a great day.